Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more. Hearts of Iron 4 Equestria at War, playing as the Changelings. The Polar Bears are our protectorate, so eventually I'm going to be able to try to annex you, I think, I hope. We still need to find a way to gear up for a war against Equestria at some point. I am debating saying let's just freaking go for a war goal here against the Yaks, but... You know, I mean, we could start working down this tree, get to the whole lead the army as we have an annex war goal against Equestria. I'm just kind of concerned that, like... hang on. Infiltration technology, espionage, spies in high places. We can own Canterlot, good things happen. Invade Griffonia? Ooh. They really want us to attack the whole world. Yeah, I would say we could go down for lead the armies and then head down toward the Yaks and stuff and not worry about anything else. It's just that I don't know what this whole war is inevitable event is. That might force me to go to war before I'm ready. If I thought the war goals would just sit there and do nothing, then I could go down something else, but... I don't know. I don't know. Let's go for the resources of Alenia. Get that extra research bonus. Get a whole bunch more steel. Might not be able to trade for anything else. Do we want to go for the local power? That's interesting. So in several states, and by several I mean a lot, local non-core pony power goes up by 7%. That's pretty good. More factories makes a lot of sense for me, though. The industry of the deer. Yes, put the deer slaves to work. Okay, let's see. New decisions. No, nothing I care about over here, I think. Let's see. We have some divisions ready to go. Good, more tanks. Send you guys over here. This is primarily a Panzer style of general. The fascist seized parliaments for the Mussolini-type character, so that's fun. You guys are going to have a front line probably against Equestria specifically. I don't know. Going to take a little while before these guys are useful. Let's go ahead and train up a whole bunch more of these. It's going to take me a while before I have the equipment, obviously, but that's fine. I need to field a lot of troops. Whenever we do decide to attack them, I suspect that they're going to quickly ramp up in power. But, I mean, we got 45 divisions. They have probably like 70 or so. So we're starting to get there. I am completely out of pony power, though. Which means I just need to change my conscription law. That's fine. And we're also going to be able to get some more non-core pony power pretty soon. So that's also fine. What else do we want here? Could start working down a doctrine. I think I'm going to go for strategic destruction. I've heard that that is the new meta, that this is actually strictly better for fighters, so we probably will do that. It's just a question of do we want that now? I think I want more pony power. All non-cores, which should be most of our land, right? Can we see our cores? I can't remember if there's a... I can't remember if there's a map mode for that specifically. States... State owner, core state. These are colony states. Right. Yeah, so if we can get all this land to give us more manpower by like 15% or something like that, that's pretty strong. Then we can really field some serious troops. Hey, look, you're taking attrition over here. Silly, silly ponies. We should definitely get some more infrastructure going around from our capital. Which is where? There it is. Make sure we have a supply route that we can use. Something kind of like this is probably good. Get this up to 6. Make sure this is all at least at 7, so we don't have a bottleneck. Yeah, that seems fine. And then a lot more over here as well. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of infrastructure. We do have a national focus coming up pretty soon. That will speed up my infrastructure and civilian factory building. We should probably take advantage of that and build as many of as we can in like 70 days. It's not a huge bonus, but it's something. Industry of the deer for 2 more civilian factories and 1 more military factory is pretty good. Okay, so that's done. Could go for a research bonus for some special rifles and also magical tech. Yeah. That's also a lot more manpower. Also get some cores. That's pretty good. Go ahead and start doing that. What are we lacking right now? Infantry equipment. Yeah, I kind of figured that might happen. Let's go ahead and start producing more. We're producing a pretty good number of bolt-action rifles, and there's just something really funny about the idea of these cute little ponies just walking around with bolt-action rifles for me, but I don't know if we need to worry about that right now. Let's see. We should be able to start upgrading to new guns pretty soon, right? Yeah, 10-10. So we need to get the improved infantry equipment and start working on this. So these are the magical guns, which could be really strong. I mean, I don't know how that works. Like, Jaegers, for example, are already in my offensive units. Can we then equip them with magical armies? Or magical weapons? Or is that like a special infantry unit and they're not the same as Jaegers, and Jaegers can't use magical guns? I don't know. Let's go for an increase in our recruitable population. So that should increase our pony power by a fair bit. Which, every time I say that, I just feel like something's freaking wrong with me. Oh, we got more pony power. Blech. Blech. I don't know, it just feels silly. Let's see. There is another... We don't have an air base nearby. Okay, you guys head over here. Let's go ahead and get these planes in position. You will need at least a couple hundred more if we have them. If we have more bombers, by all means, go ahead and use that. A whole bunch more offensive units. Excellent. We'll assign what we can over here. That's too many, of course, so we'll need to pull a few back off. New army with you. Somebody offensive. Infantry experience factor, eh. Planning speed, attack. Division recovery rate, not great. Infantry division attack. Winter attrition reduced. That's okay. I think between the two, I might prefer you. We'll pick you up and we can get you a trait. Winter Expert. Probably really good for fighting up in the north, but obviously we're not doing that. Okay. We'll assign troops down there when the time comes. Alrighty. What should we work on next? Encryption, decryption? Maybe a new support company? Logistics might make sense. I'm going to go ahead and grab the improved infantry equipment so we can start working toward those magical weapons and stuff when the time comes, though. Monthly growth is increasing to about almost 1,000 per month. We've populated the coast. Local non-core manpower probably is okay. Let's go ahead and pick that up next. Okay, we actually have a reasonable amount of manpower again. Reasonable-ish. These guys are all ultimately going to be assigned to the pink army, so let's do that. We are going to have serious supply issues down here if we don't build up our infrastructure and quickly. Which we're actually almost ready to do, so we're gonna be able to build this up pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the oil. Let's just go ahead and have those resources sitting around. It's always nice having extra fuel capacity. Or fuel production, at least. We can increase our fuel capacity if you want to build some more silos. We started off with synthetic refineries, which is nice. Love extraction. That should be a lot more manpower. This is okay. I don't have magical infantry yet. I don't need forts. Yet. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the construction tech. It's going to go a lot faster now that we have that industrial focus. And here come a whole bunch more troops. I'm surprised to see that we're actually still okay in supply, despite the fact that we should have very bad infrastructure down here to support all this. That is surprising. Certainly nice. I like it. We have 77 troops. We are probably getting, not quite, close to on par. Close-ish. On par with Equestria. I don't think we can afford to do this. We're going to cancel them, because that was going to eat up all of my equipment. I didn't have any infantry equipment to go. I would love to train some more tanks. We need 240 light tanks every time we do this. We have enough. Let's go ahead and train a bunch more. And then I'd love to train some more motorized, of which we don't have much. But more offensive units, take advantage of that mobile warfare doctrine that we have. Would make a lot of sense. We need a lot of breakthrough if we're going to get through all this, of course. Now, being ponies, these guys have Pegasus, by the way, as like a special unit. They're a bit more offensively focused, kind of like the Jaegers. Also, they can parachute, so we need to be worried about air superiority and him doing something real smart against us. Because that could totally freaking happen. All right, Alenian Collaborators is done. So they're now traitors to their race. A research bonus. Is this the right kind of rifle? M39 and MP10s are what I'm looking for. No. Type 71 carbine. So there's the M39Bs. And Type 71. So we actually will be able to get way ahead of time in our magical guns if we ever want to. Still don't know if that's necessarily a top priority. I'm going to get started on Vesalipolis. We're going to get the extra research bonus for synthetics. We'll get some more factories, a little bit more steel, and we'll be able to build up our infrastructure and civilian factories a lot faster, which is nice. Where'd you come from? Oh, whoa, we got some freaking free units. Where'd you come from? Alrighty, new defensive army. Is that everybody? I think it's everybody. Just change your color to be, I guess, green or something. We'll set you up specifically here against the crystals. Need a new defensive general. You're okay, I guess. Ish. None of these generals are, like, outstanding. Who the heck is Sudi? Is that a freaking little teddy bear? It's freaking adorable. All right. You got to be in charge there. So we'll have some more defenses ready to go. Okay. Guess I don't need to train quite as much as I thought I did. Mostly still dealing with a serious deficit in our motorized. Let's continue working on that. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a lot of motorized divisions. Motorized are quite great. Use the tanks, pierce through, motorized to swoop in, grab all the victory points, do big encirclements. The only way we're going to win against Equestria is if we do a bunch of encirclements. All right, that's just how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and grab some decryption and encryption tech. Decryption in part so I can actually find out how many troops they really have. And we should have some more ships ready to go here. We do, actually. Let's get these guys over here. They're currently just reserves, I think. Can probably join up some more of these cruisers. Is this a heavy cruiser? I have a hard time telling. I can make it a pride of the fleet. Do I not have a pride of the fleet? Heavy ship. Chrysalis class. Gonna make you a pride of the fleet. Penalty when sunk, we lose war support for a month. But, by making it a pride of the fleet, it's less likely to get a critical hit, it gets more experience, and we get more war support. Oh, wait, it costs 100 political power. Never mind. I was gonna say that seemed kind of fun, but no. So these guys are just reserves for now, with a bunch more subs and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and split off all the subs. And we're gonna give you a new mission for convoy raiding in this area. I'll have you hold for now. No. Hold down. Hold back. Maybe I could just leave them as reserves. We're going to have the two of those fleets kind of alternating. Where is he going to get resources, though? Equestria's going to get resources all the way over here, aren't they? Maybe that's not what I want to do. Maybe I want to have these guys, like, do convoy raiding elsewhere. Convoy raiding up. I can't go that far. Ah, darn it. I don't have enough reach. Because if they're trading with, let's say, the Griffonians, we want to take that out. Well, we could try doing it there. And here, I guess. I don't know. That's a little bit spread too thin. We don't have nearly enough subs to justify any of that, but I can't think what else to do with them right now. Could increase our conscription law even further. Don't need to right now. We are going to get the Chief of Army. Maybe a military high command. There we go. Offense and defense. Recovery rate, logistics. Oh, that's slightly more offensive. Okay. Aircraft designer. Better fighters, lots of agility and speed. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and pick this up. I think it's going to be a little bit. I think it's going to be a while. I think it's going to be a little bit of a time before we can actually attack Equestria at all. In the meantime, we might be able to upgrade our planes. At the very least, make them a bit more effective. Seems fine. We're starting to catch up on our motorized deficit, which is great. How are we doing in terms of research? About to finish with construction 3. We are working on infrastructure currently. We're about to get a boost to that by another 10% for 70 days, so that's going to speed things along a little bit. Also, we can just speed up our research for synthetics. Let's see. It is 110, so we're going to go ahead and pick up the production efficiency cap. About done with the armored spearhead, so more breakthrough. Tanks, better organization and recovery. Makes a lot of sense to me. Still no decisions that I care about at the moment. We can go for more infrastructure and naval dockyards. We can go for synthetic refineries producing more rubber. I kind of want to work toward this extra research slot. Let's go for the extra military factories and infrastructure from that. I have no idea if this is a powerful nation at all. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's terrible. Guess we'll find out eventually. If I die horribly to Equestria, that's going to give us a pretty good idea. You guys can hold for the moment. There's nothing to raid. We're not at war. Did I not give you a general or an admiral? I thought that I did. Positioning. Apparently I assigned that guy to the wrong fleet. Not especially sure how I did that. There we go. That's more what I had in mind. All right, way better. Unassigned divisions. What do we get? More motorized. Sweet. Add you over here. Pull off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move them to you. Which I guess is this weird purple color. We should start getting some planning bonuses set up. We want to push up to, let's say, Tall Tail. He doesn't think he can do that. Okay, I think what we really want to do then is push up along the river. Into this mountain range. Kind of like that? Yeah. For now, you guys are going to the fallback line. Obviously, eventually, we will be using you up here against the Crystal Empire. I'm just waiting until I have a bit more of my infrastructure ready to go. Free North was puppeted, whoever the heck they are. Puppeted by who? Usually it tells you who they're puppeted by. They were puppeted by the Socialist Republic of Skynavia. These guys. Why do they have the White House up there? That's not the White House. What am I talking about? The American Capitol building. Thank you. Decryption is done. Okay, slightly more accurate intelligence. They've got somewhere on the order of 75 to 80 troops, probably. It's not always in the middle of that, but, I mean, it's often close. Good work on infiltration. This would allow me to start getting some extra bonuses for my armies, I think. We could also upgrade our Jaegers. There's so many things that we need to do. Let's go for the dispersed industry. So we're already building up our infrastructure to a level that I would consider to be acceptable. We probably should build some anti-air. And we probably should build some radar so we can intercept their fighters easily enough. But that's not a top priority. We will try to take advantage of some of these civilian factories while we have this bonus. Let's go ahead and get working on that. Falcor surrenders to Wingbardy. Biccolini accepted the formal surrender from Falcor Principality, citing the cost of war among other things. Blah, blah, blah. Wingbardy is the clear winner here. Okay. So he's growing stronger down here, and pretty soon he's going to be a threat to the Griffonian Empire. The Griffonian Empire, who it looks like may have lost a little bit more land. I can't tell for sure. Haven't really been paying attention. I need to kill the Griffins. How am I going to kill the Griffins? Who the heck are you? Virgilia? Looks like a bunch of Wild West Griffins. That's something I never would have expected to hear. Alright, we got Vrax. We can go for the Marsh Railroad. More civilian factories. Ooh, production of 20 more crystals. Get race-specific technology. Continue hive modernization. Replace new hives with bigger hives. 10% more monthly population, more factory speed, construction speed, and output. That's pretty solid, honestly. Vrax factories. The government's demands are always high. However, a careful distribution of resources is required. The Queen, of course, has the higher right to decide everything. Build more factories, military, or increase the output of production. Factory output for 10% for 80 days. How much longer? This is going to last for how much longer, though? We may have already lost the... Oh, that's the tower. Did we already lose the effect? We may have already lost that effect. So, I'm not currently building any military factories. Could fix that. Probably should fix that. Yeah. Alright. Change of slight plans here. Military factories now top priority. Build more factories. 10% more speed for 80 days. Get through as much as you can. I don't expect we're going to get a ton, but a little bit helps. A ship designer wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go for a raiding fleet designer, I think. Alright, so we finish out our research and production. So I've maxed that out as best we can. Probably will go for a Prince of Terror pretty soon. How are we doing in terms of equipment? Mostly just lacking on the motorized still. Producing a few more of those. Gonna train up some more defensive divisions. Just do this like once more for now. Since we have the equipment and we have the power. So I am currently fielding 89, so I actually probably have military that's about equivalent now to Equestria. But not when you include... Well, actually, the Crystal Empire is pretty weak. You also have the Commonwealth of New Maryland. Maryland instead of Maryland? Frickin' heck. Maryland. Well, these guys are pretty far away. I wonder if I could get the dragons to be like, you know what? Let's frickin' eat all the ponies. Like, yes, feed my dragon friends. Feed upon their souls. That could be kind of fun. Stalingrad, if we could provoke them to attack Equestria around the same time, that actually would help quite a bit. They've got a shocking number of troops for such a small nation. They could be helpful. I wonder if one of the national focus options lets us get closer to being friends with them. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Griffonian democracy. That, I believe, is up here with Nova Griffonia. No, they're actually more fascist than anything. I wonder if we'll be able to use them in some way. Maybe they'll want to join me. If I get... Okay, unfortunately, to get an extra research slot, you have to finish all of these. All of which are actually pretty good. I wanted that research slot, and then I was going to start working toward getting ready to fight Equestria. But alright. Hey, look, more tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys go join up over here. Like so. Alright, we're getting a pretty good number of light tanks and motorized over here. I mean, pretty soon this is going to be a proper Panzer army. We'll be able to use this very aggressively. Push through suddenly through Crystal City, get that. Then spear our way down to Canterlot. We are still lacking, I think, the motorized more than anything else, aren't we? Yep. Alright, keep producing more of that. Have a slight deficit of rubber, but not by much. Not by much. We've got 500 fighters. Probably should start building up some better bombers. To the point where I actually think that we want to at least do that to just get started on them. Start building up some efficiency. We'll have to add in some extra factories eventually. I would love to have some extra bombers that we can take out their infrastructure and their factories while we sit back and do some serious damage. Running a little bit low on the manpower, though. Okay, advanced machining tools are done. Good. Let's go for the Mars Railroad for more infrastructure and civilian factories. Okay, so with that all done, kind of want to get the extra rubber processing here. This is only going to take 31 days, so that's going to be pretty quick. Let's just go ahead and get that done. Get it done and out of the way. They've signed a white peace. Hilarious. We got 33 army experience. Do I want to do anything with that? These guys are worthless. Wait, these are volunteers. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want these. Hang on. We need to make sure that we are turning these guys into the correct armies. 20 wit. Thank you. The other ones are way too weak. We'll never use that. In fact, get rid of these. Perfectly worthless to me. We haven't started building up any medium tanks yet. I haven't even started researching that. I mean, do we... Okay, we've finished with the construction effort for the military factories. We actually made some solid progress. So I have 5 more of these light tank divisions on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. 1, 2. Here. So you can have a couple more of the motorized. And then the rest are going to have to go here, I guess. Except one of them is still too many. Just go ahead and leave you in a separate army for the time being. An offer from Grenicliff. The envoy from Grenicliff came today. They encourage one of our tank production companies to do business in their country. This will no doubt grant them their expertise. Shall we oblige? Yes, I guess. I don't know what this means. Grenicliff. Way over here in this island. Okay. Oh, you look evil. You got harmony, though. Okay. I don't know if you make, like, really, really good tanks or something. I don't know if you're getting expertise and I'm getting nothing. Whatever. Pomavara has capitulated, whoever the heck they are. Okay, we're going to have to get some new field marshals set up in just a little bit. So the rubber processing is done. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the improved infantry equipment. We'll then start worrying about getting the magic guns in a little bit. A couple more political power and we can pick up somebody new. Let's go ahead and grab the Prince of Terror for the non-core pony power. You'll use that to get a little bit more. We are only lacking in motorized for the last of these tanks, so that's going to be pretty strong, I think. I mean, I've got to think that this many light tank divisions with pretty decent breakthrough are going to be okay. I mean, their defense is okay. I mean, 272, like, yeah. A 20 combat with infantry army does have a reasonably good defense. But we have 230 breakthrough. It's technically not enough. That could be a problem, actually. This might be enough to overcome the defense of an enemy, but we lose a lot of organization in the process by doing that. Even so, I actually think this is worth it. All right, we're going to change up our template again. That's actually going to free up a lot more motorized. We had enough light tanks to make it work, so that's okay. We'll have to reinforce a bunch of armies. Oops, but whatever. Probably fine. In terms of production, we actually can get started here on the improved computing machine. It's not very far ahead of time. Okay, more armies are done. More infantry. So let's take a look. What kind of field marshal do we have here? This guy is basically good for attack, all right? So we need a new field marshal. You guys join here. You also join up under him. Or her. I don't know yet. So who's a good defensive field marshal? There isn't really a good one. So I guess we'll have to take Synovial, who looks just absolutely dastardly. Max entrenchment is there. Planning speed and infantry attack don't do me a lot of good, though. Still, I think we're going to have to do with you. Logistics wizard, fast planner, thorough planner. I think we will take the defensive doctrine on you. And charismatic for better recovery rate. So when they get hit, they can get their organization back quickly when the enemy has to break from the excessive entrenchment. At least that is the idea. All right. Well, we're playing this like legit. Like, we're tryharding this right now. Equestria is definitely getting stronger, but so am I. I have 100 divisions now. The Crystal Empire is going to be a pushover, I think. I think that once we have the extra research slot, I think we are going to go ahead and get... oh, there's another one. Ooh. Now we'll worry about that later. I think once we have the research slot, it's time for us to start working on the Alicorn Sunset. We will get planning for 600 days, factories, air bases, infrastructure, more factories. Then we can have an annex war goal against Equestria. Possibly use that against somebody. I don't know if we'll have to go to war immediately or not. We'll kind of play that one by ear. Nothing has happened here, unfortunately, in the world to make the command system work. So I have no idea what happens there. We may just have to go for it at some point. Is somebody attacking you? I'm sorry. Who is attacking my protectorate? I don't know. Thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.